Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of Techopolis 3. I'm Katiana. We are nearing the end of this crazy adventure known as Techopolis, and hopefully, hopefully we are going to be able to make a little dent of progress towards getting to the end of this pack. The world tours are scheduled for this Saturday, and I would like to be able to get the end Technium machine installed before we show off our end base. It's a good goal. We will see if that is able to occur. What has occurred since last we met? I have finished off the ultimate research. The last thing I had to do was complete the boss data model blueprint and complete the boss data model. I have successfully done that. I have not yet, however, used it to make an actual boss data model because, of course, I need more ultimate ingots. But that does complete the chapter, and the tech tree is all done. So that is finished. I did also get one infinite ME storage component made. So in theory, we could make some infinite something. What the something is, I don't know, but we could make an infinite of something. Those things are not easy for me to make. So every time I come into the game, I have to come over here and clear out my Certus quartz and get it into the system so it is able to make more. Because making 8 of the 256s, which is required to make an infinite, it takes 8 of these. It takes a lot of Certus, and it takes a lot of logic processors. Like, a lot. So, we set the system up to make lots and lots. Because I know we need to make an infinite cobblestone, and an infinite gravel, and an infinite this, that, and the other. So, we grab some sky stone, and that will take care of that bit. And then we need to make a ton of the gold, which will feed into here. So we will make gold. Do this and do. It was 300, right? So that's 120, 240, 360. That's good enough. Throw them in here. Zoom, zoom. So, whoa, that was weird. Throw them in there. That'll make these. They're going to end up. Hopefully in there to get pulled down into here to get made into here. And once again, we get more of these. And hopefully this is not going to completely fill up again. We'll do that. Take a whole bunch out. Hopefully that'll allow this to keep running. All right. So that's progress towards more of those. So when Leslie left, I was working on the Ender data models. I got them completed. So Endermites done, making Ender pearl fragments. We have Shulker data models making Shulker pearls, which get made into Shulker plates. And we have Phantom data models, Phantom predictions into Phantom membranes. So if we look in here, we have 7,000 Phantom membranes. I've got Shulker predictions, which can make us Shulker pearls. These did not flow correctly into the system, so These need to get thrown into a loot fabricator to get converted into shulkers, which is going to give us what we need for these. But I have a supply, or a potential supply, for the phantoms and the shulkers, and then the ender pearl fragments. I have 14,000 ender pearl fragments. I think we're good on those. I'm feeling fairly confident. 14,000. I think we're good on those. That takes care of that chapter. It is done. That leaves us 2 chapters left, not counting the challenges. If we don't finish the challenges, the world will not end. So we get to end Technium. Let us go to the end, and I will show you what I have gotten done so far. I should mention the server had a bit of a hiccup, but District has gotten it back up and running. So, in the end, we have our setup here. I have our quantum ring hooked up to our A2 system. We have our 2 ore extractors that is producing our anglesite, I forgot the word. I don't have wireless in the end. Anglesite ore. I have 17,000 anglesite. I'm probably good on that. And then over here, we have the iridium. I have 16,000 iridium ingots. I still have 1,200 iridium ore. I have temporarily unplugged these, so they are no longer producing ore. Power has become a bit of a challenge. So after I got a stockpile of both of those ores converted into the ingots, I turned them off. So we were no longer having a power drain on those. Here we have the setups for the shulkers and the phantoms. And over here is where I have the endermites. And again, these are no longer being fed any matrices, so they are no longer draining any power for processing, because I think I have enough for now of what I need for all of them. But if I find I need more, all I have to do is start feeding them matrices, because goodness knows I have 223,000 in the system. We are not going to run out of those anytime soon. I way overproduced those. So we're good on that front. And then here we have our interdimensional infuser setup. And then we have over here, which this is our new setup. And this is what the quest for tonight is for making end technium. We have ender ethanol and then molten ender fuel. So the first machine is the industrial fermenter. It takes chorus fruit and makes ender ethanol. So I have it powered up, just ran the power over here, and back behind I have extended the AE2 system to simply dump chorus fruit in from the AE2 system with an export bus. So it is dumping the chorus fruit in there that we have. And why do we have that? Because we have chorus fruit over here in cloches. 4 of them growing as chorus fruit. I'm afraid to look. How much chorus fruit do we have? We have 14,000 chorus fruit. Should be good on chorus fruit. So we have produced ender ethanol. rather than send the ender ethanol back into the system, there's just a pipe connecting the fermenter to the mixer. This is where things get a little wonky because this needs both andesite and it needs, again, I don't have wireless here. And I need purified biofuel. Now, by the grace of God, I had a little bit of purified biofuel in my inventory. So I was able to produce a little bit. And I then ran out of this. The process for making this is not too bad. It's a solidifier with purifying water and biofuel. We can make biofuel, pumpkins, squish, biofuel, not a problem. And we have purifying water. We've improved our purifying water production, lickety split. So we can make purified biofuel to do this. But we've dumped so much andesite in here, there isn't any room for it at the moment. So technically we have the molten ender fuel, but yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So we may have to make a whole bunch of it to be able to make room. Again, I have it set up to automatically dump those two items in here, but I don't have a setup for that component yet. The floating block placed in midair, very handy, not a very hard craft to make, all things considered. It's just feathers around some wool. Unfortunately, I didn't have any feathers, or so I thought. Grinch has feathers, so I went and borrowed 4 from him. Thank you, Grinch. And that allowed me to make a floating block. The floating block is going to be important because we need to make something up there to put this next machine on. Yeah, because the next machine, which is the end Technium machine, this thing is a nightmare. A nightmare. It needs all of those things, which we're going to work on trying to craft those today. It needs to be crafted at Y greater than 128. We're at 62. We need to go over 50 blocks up in the air and make a platform. Now we can either pillar up 50 some blocks in the air to make one, or that's what the floating block is for. So we have our floating block. This craft was not too bad. We had our lunar Technium machine frame, and we actually had lots of iridium and 2 shulker poles. That wasn't too bad. But again, now we're looking at the craft the thing. And I'm looking ahead to the recipe. Iridium gears, that's not bad. End stone, that's not bad because the recipe for that is actually just stone with the ender pearl fragments, and it makes 8 per. Okay, that's not horrible. End rods, the popcorus fruit and the blaze rod. Again, that one's not bad. Okay, so far so good, right? We're doing great. So this is great. Phantom membrane, we've got 7 grand of those. Hey, there's JC coming in, subscribing, 55 months. Let's go. Lunar Technium ingots, we already know the hell that is. No, wait, hellish ingots, that's the layer before. Ha ha ha. Anglesite, okay, we're good on that one. Ender star block, okay, that's not going to be fun, but that's actually doable. Shulker plate. Okay, great. We're doing great. Eye blocks. Screeching halt. 4 eye blocks per ingot. 4 of every single one of the eyes per ingot. You have to be kidding me. Molten ender fuel, 64,000 buckets. Ugh. A lot of power. Dragon's breath. And the heat. Are you kidding me? I have the anglicite to make this, but we just talked about how the molten biofuel needs to be made, which is the biofuel plus the purified. And I have to craft a blankety blank amount of that to feed into the mixer to be able to make this. And then the dragon's breath is 1 dragon's breath bottle for 1,000 of these. I went out too many. That's 48 bottles of dragon's breath per ingot. I have enough to make 2. 2. And the heat, which I'm not worried about the heat because my quantum entangleporter will send the heat and the power simultaneously. So I'll do the quantum entangleporter will take care of both of these for me at once. That's why I love the quantum entangleporter, because it will transport multiple things simultaneously. So I can transport power, I can transport heat through one side of the block. So I was great up until this point as far as the items. This is like, but we can get 16's Dragon's Breath for every Ender Dragon prediction. And all we need is 6 of these to make the Ender Dragon data model, because I have the 2 eggs. And we're going to need the dragon model because this makes heads and eggs. And we need heads and eggs to build this thing. We need 4 heads and an egg. And I only have 2 heads right now. And the 2 eggs I have are going to be needed to make the Ender Dragon model, which will leave me 0 eggs. That's going to be the other thing, is the power consumption. No, the power consumption is only 40,000 a tick. It's going to take 8 million FE at 41,000 FE a tick. Oh, yes, the dragon model. That's going to consume a ton of power. And I do not know if I have enough power to keep that thing going. So I need to run it to get dragon's heads, dragon's eggs, and then dragon's breath. So this is going to be just... So being able to get an ingot, just 1 ingot, and then get nuggets to make the frame. Like, I can see us making it this far. And then I can see us making a compressor. I think I can do that. I don't know if we'll be able to have enough to make a second one to be able to make coils for the turbine. We should be able to do that. But to make a frame, coils, and 6 ingots to make the weather machine, I nope. I don't think we can do that. I think we can do down this line, but this and these, I don't think we can do. You know, I can build the compressor like the controller block. I don't know if we can actually build it. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually build it. I might be able to get everything, but that second end Technium machine frame might be beyond me. So we might be able to get through these 4. This one might be beyond me. These 4, nope. Which would leave this last chapter beyond me being able to complete. Which is like, okay, I mean, if I can't, I can't. But we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna do our best and see what we can do. I would like to be able to get the Technium multi-block up and running, so that we have it in place for the world tours on Saturday. That's sort of my goal. Yeah, I don't know. I do have enough. Okay, so I've got the 20 end stone. So we've got 1. Then we need end stone bricks. Okay. End stone bricks. Here, here, here. The server broke and district had to fix it so that I could stream tonight. Something had gone horribly wrong at his base, and he had to go to some extraordinary lengths to get it fixed. Ooh, purpur pillars. I wonder how I make purpur pillars. Purpur pillars. Purpur pillars. Purpur block. Ah, okay. I'm gonna need those. And what did I decide I needed? 16. So purpur. 16 of those. So my plan right now is to get as much as I can done in this chapter, and then I think I'm going to be comfortable with calling it good. um, because whatever the pack decides they want to move on to next, I don't want to miss starting with everybody, because that would suck. And it is quite obvious to me that we're getting to scales that my base simply cannot do. I probably could if I just let my base run for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, but I don't think I want to try and manage multiple bases simultaneously, and with trying to knit and everything else, and like my brain would just go. Okay, 16 machine circuitry. Machine circuitry. This one, 16. Okay, and that's the one that's going to get stuck over here, so I have to pay attention. Okay. There is the machine circuitry. And then we have 89 reinforced machine casings. So reinforced machine casings. 89 of those. I need 12 reinforced obsidian. I need 16. Hi there, Potox. How are you? Hope your Wednesday's going well. Around the corner here. Helps to put it in the machine instead of in the barrel. Throw that in there, and then reinforced machine casings, 89, go. Okay, then while that is crafting, 4 chorus flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 ender crafter. Okay. A busy day. Yeah, my day was very busy too. It is April, May is always crazy busy for me at work because it is time for our annual audit season. And so, not tax audit, business audit, because it's the end of our fiscal year. So, I've got all of the normal end of the fiscal year stuff to get ready. And it's times 4 because we have 4 separate companies that have to go through their audit. And it's crazy, crazy time of year, and we've got people who are transitioning into different jobs, and so the people who are leaving a job are training the people who are taking the new job, and so it's crazy transitions and changes, and it's just ugh, so much change. Ender star block, 9 ender star blocks. Okay, ender star blocks. Oh, I need a lot of ender stars. My ender stars are hiding in here. Well, there's some hiding in there. Okay. There is the reinforced machine casings. We are doing... What is it we're doing to get the nether stars now? I have to remember. We are doing these. Let's take this to here. And put you in there. Give you half of those. It should. See, you were pulling the wither skeletons predictions into here to generate the wither skeletons going into here. Now the wither skeletons are going into here. Oh, that's not good. Where the power be? Hello, power. Power go boom. Need to go get the reactor up and running. Obviously, we need the power. Room, 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 room. Next game's base is going to be tall and vertical as opposed to very horizontal, I think. Boom, boom. Alright, you get that, and you get that. You always run out the minute I put anything in you. It's ridiculous. Wait. I'm gonna need like a billion eyes of Ender, aren't I? Let's just make a whole bunch of those. Okay, put those away. So, to make 9 Ender Star blocks. That is you, 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 you. Well, that gets it started. We're gonna need to make a lot of nether stars and ender stars and nether stars and oh, it's gonna be so slow. I can't store these in there. No. Okay. You're gonna need a barrel. Barrel. And a transporter. Go there. There. And my wrench. Go boom boom. And we'll go boom boom boom. That will keep this feeding the wither skeletons. We're going to temporarily stop feeding nether stars in. Because I'm also going to need... Wait. Nether star block. Not a crate of nether stars, a nether star block. Nether star block. Oh, it's putting them into a compactor. Okay. Oh, this is going to be complicated. Okay. Put you and you away. Run this back upstairs. Because it was going to be like 81 nether stars to be able to get this done, right? 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's gonna be slow. Hello, Avy Navy, my dear! I am feeling better. My voice is nowhere near as rough as it was. Thank you for asking. We are definitely well down the road of recovery. Oh, I don't have... Oh, I didn't get all my reinforced machine casings out. Just a second. Reinforced machine casings. There's the rest of them. Bing, bing. Okay, now I should have them all. Yes. Okay, enhanced ender ingot blocks. 16 of those. Enhanced ender block. Those are going to need to be in there as well, aren't they? Enhanced ender ingot block. 8 times 9, 72. So I need 72 of these. Yeah. That's a whole lot of nope. 624 more eyes of ender. And 148 nether stars. Oh dear. Yeah, we have issues. Like, okay, we've got serious issues. So we are short of nether stars from doing the enhanced ender ingots, the nether star blocks, and the ender star blocks. Okay, 12 dimensional detectors. Need 12 of these. We don't even have enough advanced. Oy. Yuck. Okay. We has issues. This is going to go into here because we're going to have to put a ton of stuff through. I think I'm probably like 90% there. My sinuses are still a bit wonky. I'm still using some cough drops and stuff with the menthol to try and keep my sinuses clear and stuff like that, but I'm off the antibiotics. I'm not using my cough medicine or anything like that anymore. So I think I'm very much well on the road to recovery on that. I don't recommend bronchitis to anyone. Okay, so put those in there. Dimensional detectors, 12. Okay, so that takes care of those. I need 44 refined obsidian, so I'm going to need more of the obsidian. So once those go in, John Megacycle has reached a 15 stream streak. Whoop whoop, good job. Thank you so much. We are running into roadblocks trying. Oh no, the weather's very bad there, so you'll be in and out. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You got the severe weather. You had pertussis your senior year in high school and it was terrible. Oh, that sounds the worst. Goodness gracious. I remember my final semester in college. I was taking my capstone course, which is, like the highest level, biggest business course that's like the most complicated crap in the world. And I had a double ear infection back then. And it was just like the worst. And it was like all I could do to try and maintain any form of concentration and sanity while I was writing my paper and getting my data together and everything. It was just awful. But yes, John, please, please take cover, stay safe, do not mess around with Mother Nature. She is not to be trifled with. You're pretty sure you got a 6-pack from the amount of coughing that you did for 6 months? Good grief. That's no joke. 6 months. Ugh. Well, Potox, you live in the right neighborhood for really bad weather. That's for sure. Ugh. Alright, I'm taking this and this. I'm splitting it so that you can have a little bit there. And then I'm taking you over to here so that you can get split there. But that means you are going to need more osmium. So we're going to give you some osmium love. Storms, yes. 5 tornado warnings with 2 on the ground, no. No. No, I would be so noped out. I would, yeah, no, 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 no. You are one of the unfortunate 1 of 5 people in your town to get whooping cough? Yeah. My coworker's husband, I swear to God, he manages to catch everything. Like everything. He's one of those the people who travel around to all the convenience stores and restocks the shelves, and so he travels around. He's constantly in and out of all the convenience stores in the uh, northeast Kansas, southeast Nebraska area. He's driving around all over the place and stocking shelves, and the man manages to catch like every bug on the planet. Um, and his immune system is not up to handling anything more or less the crap that we have running around in our communities at this time. So it's just like, oh, dude, how do you manage to keep doing this? And it's just he's talented, very talented. Okay, so we're gonna need more of you and more of you. So we're going to put you in there so you can be more of you, and you're going to go in there so you can be more of you. And then we're going to have to cycle that through a second time because I need 2 stacks of the purples. Oh, I saw Clinton, Missouri was getting hit with a tornado and had one on the ground doing damage while we were having dinner. And I was just like, nope. Just so much nope. It was lightning and thunder when I went to bed last night, and I'm just putting the pillow over my head, and I'm just checking out and saying, please go away. I don't want any of you. Just go away. I need the rain. I know we need the rain, but nope, nope. There were storms firing up around me today, but nothing severe, like too severe. I think there was a severe thunderstorm warning near me, but not like near. It was enough for me to start getting nervous, and I'm like, my boss hates that when I start getting distracted by the weather because she knows I will become useless at that point. So I'm like, I tried not to look at the radar. I tried to avoid looking at the radar because I'm like, if I can keep focused on my work and not think about it, I can be productive. But the minute I start looking too many times at the radar, then I get distracted and I start worrying, and it's like downhill from there. And it's very much downhill from there because that's the only thing I can think about. I can't think about anything else. That's the only thing I can think about. Once we get this part straightened out, then we got to go see what's wrong with the advanced. I'm hoping it is the crystals, as that will be something easy to fix. Okay, here's a whole bunch of these. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Dimensional. Okay, so now we need 21 of the advanced. Let's head back to our first village and take a look, see what is messed up with you. Nope, it's the basic. What's wrong with the basic? Well, you've got 12 over here, so we'll go throw those in here. Now I know what was causing trouble for this was, and you're gonna love this, chat, look. I'm out of leather. I've made so many ingots that huge stockpile of hemp and leather that I had backed up here forever, all gone. I've actually run out of leather. Things I never saw coming. I've run out of leather. Okay, so that was 12 of the 21. So we're going to need more hemp to make more leather so that we can make more. Good grief. Now, fortunately, I have lots of hemp. It's over here. Oh, what am I saying? I have tough fabric. I'll take that. Ha 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 ha. Hey, game. Guess what? Ha 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 ha. I don't know why I have all of this, but I do. Crisis averted. Well, temporarily. I'll still go bring back a bunch of hemp, but we're... Unbelievable, the volume of resources. My starter base and my AE2 system are still not linked to each other. So I can't just be exporting the hemp over to here. So it has to do it manually. Which we can do. It's just a little work. We have plenty of almost everything else. I think when I was working with this the other night, I had to make stone gears. Like, I was over here pushing stone to make more stone gears because I was trying desperately to make everything I needed for this boss data model. And I was out of basic and advanced technium because I was out of the leather. And I needed stone gears because I was pushing it through so fast. It could not keep up. And it was just shocking that I had just been made so much. Because just, I had filled all that and it just had been sitting there full for eons. And then I had used it with such speed that that cloche could not keep up anymore. It was crazy. And then there had been a time when the copper was not keeping up. I mean, it's just been really odd things back in the original part of our base with things break. Random midweek stream from Cat. Yep, yep, yep. We have to see if you're paying attention. Plus, district had intended on doing some work to prep his base for the tour and found that the server was broken. I think it was 32. I think that's the number we're looking for on this advanced was 32. 31. There's 32. Okay. Whoa. That was weird. I think we can make the dimensional detectors now. Over. Dimensional detectors 12? No, not 21. 12. Yes, okay. Start those. And then the next thing we need is we need 6 of these. We're going to need 6 of these so that we can convert the boss data model into the Ender Dragon. So I'm going to need some of these, which means I'm going to need more of the advanced. Okay, so keep an eye for when we get more advanced. There's one. And move you over here to make one. It looks like we're going to need more fluidizers. Oh! We're out of steel. Just a second. Because we're not really out of steel. We're just out of steel in this location. Do 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 do. That didn't take long at all. Where is my... There we go. Okay. Now we should start using the blocks of charcoal with the iron. Yeah, like I said, I'm not out of steel. I has the steel. We've been making steel. Okay. Now we can make... Actually, we could probably make a whole bunch of fluidizers. I just need to be able to make 6 of these ultimates to be able to get this data model. Next one in there. And by now we should have gotten some more advanced. Oh, 3 of them. Perfection. I did say hello. Are you saying Pokemon and John didn't say hello? Because I know I said hello. Oh, you didn't say hello to them. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, now we need some unstable. So let's see, can we get some of these? Totally can. Head upstairs to the antimatter. Vroom, 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 vroom. Uh, ah. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And our ender stars, we're up to 31. I can get 3. Slow, but we're getting there. Okay. We're here. stable. Put half of them in there. Give it a chance to repower just a smidge. Whew. Had enough to do them all. You were calling yourself out. Which is fine. By all means, if you need to call yourself out. How are we doing over here? Oh, doing good over here. We can throw those in there and check where we're at on the... Gonna make 8 of these. Totally can. Great. Back over to here. Throw those in there. Three more advanced. Oh. Oh, looks like it's time for me to grab some more of this to refill. Yep. You only call the streamer out on purpose. It's all good. It's all good. No, don't put that away. I need it, silly. Come back here. 2 more of those. Another one. Yes! That's going to give us our 6. No! We're out of Enderium gears! Oh my gosh. And we're out of plates. Gosh darn it. Alright, hang on. Aha! I already had the plates made. Look at me go. Boom. Boom. Was I lucky with the Enderium by any chance? Oh, I have a few. And the... them as well. Phew! Six. Okay. So we can make, go in here, use Ender Dragon data model. Boom. Okay. Here's where things are going to get a little crazy. Oh, wait, not there. Need to go back downstairs. For this ridiculous craft, I need 4 dragons' heads and 1 egg. I have 2 heads. And I need 1 egg, so I need 3 predictions. How long is it going to take this thing? And it uses over 500,000 per run. This is crazy. I mean, how many runs is it going to take me to get... Look at that. It's already out of energy. Okay, hang on. I'm going to take you, you, you. Oh no, you're already elite. I need to do this. That will help. Not a lot, but it helped a little. It's at least counting. I needed to make me 3 predictions. 1 so I can make the egg, and 2 so I can make the additional heads. Because I believe they only make 1 each. Yes, that's right. Any after that, I can convert into additional dragon's breath. We have over 100. So that will take care of dragon's head, dragon's egg. And my dimensional detectors are done. So I can get these and those. Those are going to get run back here. So I'm slowly building up a stock of these infinities on the off chance I'm able to make... Where's the infinity? Infinity, there. On the off chance I was able to make the infinity cobblestone, which is the next tier of, or the next quest on the challenge. If I show you how I've been doing on cobblestone, I am up to 3 quadruples. It's just so much cobble. I really should have started this one sooner. That's the pressed double and doubles. Right, triple. All of that just makes me one more of the. I mean, this is just insane. And I know there's that block that you can use to like make more of a block, but I'm like I'm not sure how much more I'm going to put into that to be able to make the giga compressed and try and make all of these because I'm like again, I think we're getting really close to the point where I'm not going to be able to go much farther. Which if I'm only 2 chapters away from finishing, that's not bad. All things considering. 13. That's 4. I need 9. Oh, this is so slow. I need more Eyes of Ender. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. See, I still have 5 more to go. 5 times 9 is 45. Plus 1 is 46. Plus the one that just finished. So I need to get 45 more. That should be right. Okay, there's 5. So now I have to finish 4 more. 4 times 9 is 36. Oh no, I was high. 36. Plus the 1, so 35. I wasn't counting the 8 that were here. Okay, that's not so bad now. So, should only need 5, 10, 15, 20 more 20 more of these. so now I do that, 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 that. And then the nether stars. I need a compressor. Compressor. Where do I have a compressor? Compressor. Where do I have a compressor? I'm trying to think. Where do I have a compressor? Oh, making leather. That's where I have a compressor. You. So I do this. 2. Okay. I still need 8. Oi! Three. Okay. Alright, you have a good night, Potox. I'll keep slugging away a little bit longer. We need so many nether stars. I'm not feeling confident we're going to be able to get this thing made tonight after all. Boo hiss. Oh! There's our 3. Okay, so if I put 1 in here, and I ask you to make me a dragon's egg. Here's my dragon's egg. And then I'm going to put these. Oh, you're full of bones. I debated on that. Oh, goodness. I'm like, if I'm not going to be able to finish, I might as well try to make this last bit myself. You dragon's heads. Dragon's heads. And then I have 2 more dragon's heads. That gives me 4. Okay, so now we have the dragon's head and the dragon's eggs. That one is done. So that leaves me the enhanced ender ingot, the nether stars, and the ender stars, which all are dependent on my nether stars. Okay. Which the ender stars are crafting. Now we just need them to finish. Which in the meantime, the ender stars are crafting. They're just very slow. Not ender. Nether. Although now they've apparently stopped. Which I'm not sure why. Now, JC is right. I bet he does have some. And he has given us permission. Oh, it's because of the power. You have just a few. Okay, I think what we're going to do, we're going to take the dragon one out. Because it's consuming so much power, the rest of the base can't function at the moment. But we got the 3 that we needed, so that's okay. Oh, look at that. We got 2 more. Woohoo! Let me take that out for now. I can put it in and have it run like overnight when like nothing else is running. Because now I can put this one in and change it to be that. And that'll get us a bunch more. Okay. Let's go shopping at J.C. Penney's. That's not the right one for J.C.'s Penney's. J.C. Penney's. JCAE2. JCAE2. In other words, how to shop at JC's place. Hello. I would like to place an online order. What would you like? Nether stars. Oh, I've got... Oh, look. You have 6 nether star blocks. I need 6 nether star blocks. That's perfect. How would you like to place an order for? Oh, well, I could really use some more nether stars. Oh, well, why don't you take some more nether stars then? Oh, well, that's great. I'd really like that. How about I just fill up? Well, that's perfect. Why don't you do that? I think I will. Thanks so much for shopping at J.C. Penney's. Do 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 do. Bing. Tonight's stream is sponsored by DC and JC Gaming. Ding! Thank you for being a loyal customer. JC is the best. He produces enough to cover multiple bases. He always knows I'm never going to produce enough, so he makes enough for me. He's the best. Okay, so by grabbing the nether star blocks, that covers my nether star blocks with 1 to spare. That's what friends are for. JC is the best. District is also one of the best. That shopping spree should give us enough to make the ender ingots once we finish making these. Maybe we can give it a little love. Do, 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 do. Oh, why look how fast it goes now. We need 16 times 9. Enhance. Okay, wait. I should. I don't have a recipe for the enhanced ender ingot block. I should get that in there. Enhanced ender ingot block. Boom, boom, boom. Put that in here. Enhanced ender ingot block, and I need 16 of them. I need 700 Enderium. Okay. Oh, I'm one short. Hang on. I did miscount. Dang it. Okay. You make that. I have to go make 700 Enderium. But that is the last thing that we need before we can make this multi-block. Woohoo! Alright, so we're gonna have to... Let's see, put that there. Oi! Excuse you. Okay, let's put that in there. And then... Okay. All the lead in there. Those in there. Those in there. And then as soon as I pop that in there, I'm going to run back and restock on Ender Pearls. Boom. 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 That's 100. 200. 300. Oi! You messing up my counting. 100, 200, 300, 400. Now I need more platinum. Silly me, I didn't realize I had the volume still up on my phone. I just finally heard it through the headphones. Doi. I'll be curious to see how much of a double echo I have on the recording. Oy, oy, oy. Eh. Come on. Okay. Should be enough. Back over here. Here. Throw all of this Enderium in. And now the enhanced Enderium block 16 go. And then the oh, it used my Ender Star. Gosh darn it. Alright, put you there. Put you there, you there, you there, you there. And then I'm gonna grab you there, because ain't nobody got time to waste on this. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. Get these in place. Okay. Oh, there's still more coming. There's so many. How many more do we have to make? I thought for sure we gotta be close to being done with making the Ender Stars by now. But no. How many of these? I need 9 Ender Star blocks. That. 9. 16 enhanced Ender ingot blocks. 13. 14, 15. Okay, if I put those away, I need one more enhanced. Oh, they're in there. Hang on. There. 16. Use. Oh, we have everything. We have everything. We have everything. We have everything. Oh my gosh, we have everything. Okay, okay. We need our floating block. And then we're going to need some stone bricks. Um, and then I'm going to need some cable. I'm going to take my boots. Now the important thing is do not go to the moon. I'm going to switch my boots. No going to the moon. I have my flight block, but I need to go up 50 blocks, and this will only let me fly 30. So I'm going to end up short. So we can do this in like 2 stages. Oh, this had a problem before. It is not wanting to make a block of wool for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay. So it looks like this takes me to I can get to 95 and then we have a problem. So let's get to 90. Then let's run back to, where is my pickaxe? Let's run back to End Dragon South. And we'll grab another one of these spare, because I way overkilled the number of these we needed. Yeah. Overkill on the prep. I so overkilled it on the prep. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to stand just over to the side. Okay, so now that should give us the ability to go up. They're going to overlap. And I want to move so that I'm on top of it, so I don't fall the full 128. Ooh! I still fell the 128. I just don't quite have enough to make it. Almost, though. Okay, so how close do I make it? It was brilliant. I can make it to 124. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna fly up again. We're going to go to 120. Block. That's not where I put you, Mr. Block. Like, not even close to where I put you, Mr. Block. El stupid long cable. Okay. So we're going to go up to 130. put you there. Oi! Why did I take fall damage? I have my feather fall boots. Oh, I'm just out of range of my flight. Gosh darn it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Come down. Okay. So I need to have Entangleporter. That's going to handle the power, and that's going to handle the heat. And then I'm going to need a exporter. That's going to handle... Oh, good grief. There's my Entangleporter. And then I'm going to need... break a couple of those out. Export bus. And then we're going to need an import bus. Okay. All right. Then we're going to need to go to Starter Village 1. Over to here. Get some coinage. And get the End Technium machine placer. I do like these placers because it does make it so much easier to put these things together to use them. I'm going to break that block and put the Entangleporter there. We're going to set it here. We're going to set the energy eject off here. And then we're going to do heat to all sides. Heat and power. Perfect. Then we're going to do the placer. Boom. Okay. All right. So then we can go like this and put export bus on this side, import bus on that side. On that side. Okay. Then we do end Technium. All right. I didn't bring the cards. Oh, gosh darn it. I forgot to bring the cards. Acceleration card. Need 8 of those. Crafting card. We need 1 of you. Then I need to go back to the Woodland Mansion. I need to make sure that there are recipes in place for all of the components of this item. Okay. And Technium. Here, here, here. Okay. So iridium gear. I have a recipe in place for that. Let's go ahead and start making 63 of them. And I'm going to bookmark that. Just a little bit easier for me to put the export things on up there. Okay. The next one is endstone. I don't think I have a recipe for endstone yet. I don't remember putting a recipe in for endstone. Endstone bricks I did, but not for regular endstone. So we're going to do that. And then let's make 256 endstone. Okay. Ow, that's not what I wanted to do. End rod. Oh. Oof. Okay. Phantom membranes and that we already have. Shulker plates. I'm going to have to process a bunch of those to make more of those. These are going to be the two that are going to be difficult. How many of those does it take? 4 Ender Star blocks. Oh, jeez. Okay. Swing. Down. No. Down. Chair. Dang it. Stop it. Stop. Game. No trolling me. Oh, and then you're going to break the game sounds. Whee! Okay. So we want to export 1, 2, 3. Stop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to put in 4 of these and a crafting card. And we want to export using round robin mode. And then we want to bring in the fluids, which is going to be molten ender fuel. Molten ender fuel. So now we're going to get molten ender fuel. And then dragon breath. Okay. So that fills up everything in there except for the two bottom ones and our two fuels, because it only was able to fill it up with what we had in stock. Okay. So then the questions, okay, so I can take that off, that off, that off, that off, that off, that off, that off. So then okay. Now it's going to be a question of, can I get sufficient quantities of those other items? Trade my boots back. All right, so put that back. So this, if I remember correctly, this goes into this chemical oxidizer. So there's a stack of dragon's breath. That should take care of that one. Now the I and Technium 4 ender star blocks. Ender star, 4 of those. Start. This might be one where it makes sense to get the auto crafting one and pre-program the recipes. It's like one time in a battle will do, one time in a battle full dose will do a full stack. Oh my gosh, there's so many, and just making 4? I did say only make 4, right? It just keeps sending more. Oh, those are my 4, and now the game is sending enough to make a full stack. Okay, this is now making more sense. I couldn't figure out. I was like, why does it just keep sending more and more and more and more and more? Now it makes more sense. Because it's doing a full stack. I'm going to put these in here for now. That's going to need a second chest because it's going to get full here in a minute. Let me get another chest. Just hold that thought. We'll come back to you. Because I'm going to have to make... Oh, God. I'm going to have to make... I have 1 eye block. I'm going to have to make 3 of each of all of the eyes. Just to make 1 ingot. Oy, oy, oy. You have a good night's sleep, AV Navy. We will see you all. And there is AV Navy's ever good self-care reminder. It is 10 o'clock. If it is your bedtime, now is the time to be getting those nighttime meds, to be changing into your PJs, getting a hot water bottle or an ice pack or whatever nighttime ritual that you have ready for nights. Oh, taking a break myself to get a stretch in because I've been sitting here for quite a while and a stretch does feel good. We should set up the process for the bio. Which I'm going to take just one of these. That's going to make a chunk of it, right? We're going to need a simple solidifier and a simple controller and a simple tank. And we'll set this up. We can set this up in the end since that is where it is needed. Right here. As we'll put a simple controller, simple solidifier, simple tank, and then I need to get a barrel to be putting the biofuel in. I need an exporter that's going to export lava. We're going to use lava for our heat source because we have infinite lava. And then I need an import so I can get the finished out. Let's put that there. Oops, wrong one. Ah. Not the import bus, but the export bus. And we want lava. All right. just occurred to me, I don't have the purifying water in this system, do I? I do not. Okay, we can solve that. Okay. We are going to take this to here. And then we'll set it up so we have this is here and this is here. And then we'll have this going like this and the wrench like that. So that is going to send the biofuel in. Then we need a pipe this. Okay. That is going to make purifying biofuel. And then this is going to be the import bus. Which is going to bring that in. Okay, so then I'm going to bring some acceleration cards. That is going to get this into the system as quickly as it makes it. So then that should activate the mixer. This is then going to start making, yeah, that's going to be the problem we have, is this is going to fill up with anglesite. What is it importing? Export with Brown Robin. Oh. Do this. Ah. No, hang on. Export the first item until the network is empty, then try the next ones. Let's do this. Can I do like this? Like, I only want you to get this one at the end. You need to have a chance to make the purified biofuel. And now I have to go and put this all away. Boom, 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 boom. Can I... Okay, that's giving it a chance to run. Question is, how much have we made? Grrr. We're getting there. There's 43,000. It's 64,000 for one ingot. We've got the dragon's breath. We have the heat. We have the energy. This is now the stumbling block. Well, this one is too, to some degree. We have 3 lunar technium ingots on hand already, so that's great. I don't have to worry about making more of this. this one, having to make 3 of every eye, that's going to be a challenge. But we can try this weekend. And I'll see if I can get the eyes made between now and then. Because I believe I'll be able to stream on Saturday. I have to knit again tomorrow. But I believe I'll be able to Minecraft on Friday night. And I can work on making eyes. There's 64,000. Okay, so we have fuel, we have energy, we have dragon's breath, we have heat. We have all of the ingredients except for the eyes. And we have 1 of the 4. It has to be greater than 128. I'm at 128 here. It's above me, so I know we are good there. We may have to regenerate the heat in the future, but that's fine. We can do that. Oof. Oh no! I didn't put my boots on. Oh snap. Mistakes were made. Okay. Okay. We know what we have to do. We gotta finish these eye block ender stars. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can put you, 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 you. We have a game plan. And if I have the resources, I'll make extra eyes so that in theory we'll be able to make more than just 1 end ingot. So we'll be back Saturday morning for world tours. And that will be with District and JC, and I think Greg and Captive, and the whole gang will be here for our grand finale of Techopolis 3. But then my plan will be to have a final stream that evening where we'll attempt to get what we can done down here. So I don't believe, like JC pointed out, that we'll be able to make the multi-block to actually be able to make singularities. That's probably going to be where we call it. I could be wrong. I mean, stranger things have happened. But I believe District will be putting up a poll for us to figure out what mod pack we're going to play next. And if all goes well, that next mod pack will be starting next week. And after all the work we've put into this one, and as fun as it's been, I think I'm ready to do something different. And I'm sure it would be good to get outside of a woodland mansion. Um, as wonderful as they are and as helpful as they've been, this is now back to back. We've spent a lot of time in a woodland mansion, so I have base ideas. We have to do something different next time. So I think we'll call it there for tonight. And like I said, we'll be back Saturday for some grand adventures and world tours and finales, and then grand new adventures and a new world and a new mod pack next week. So lots of fun and adventures to look forward to with Grinch and District and JC and Captive and the whole gang. So that will be lots and lots of fun for sure. Thanks to Potox and John and oh gosh, let's see. Um, JC renewed his sub, so thanks so much for that. And I'm trying to think what else. And thanks to AV Navy for hanging out as well. Appreciate that. And hopefully John's weather has calmed down from where it was earlier. Yeah, it was a great stream. We were very productive and we got our goal, which was to get the end Technium multi-block up in place before the world tour. And we are very close to being able to actually make an ingot. So hopefully between now and Saturday, I will get that in place so that we will be able to make those ingots in our grand finale, which will be pretty awesome. So, with that, I will bid you good night, and we will see you guys Saturday for the grand finale of Techopolis 3. I'm Katiana, and we'll see you next time. Good night.